Yo, 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 what's happening, guys? METAVERSEMILLEN here. How are we all today? We're about another video. We're currently in LA right now. Looking through the map. Hope you're all keeping well. We're back with a brand new video. It's been almost like 3 months. So yeah, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. Hope you're having a great Genesis week as well. It's just been exciting. I've been working. I booked last week off by accident, so I've actually got the wrong week off for Genesis week. But yeah, I was actually looking forward to this week to see where Upland's actually going. This was going to be like kind of the pinnacle if I continue to invest, or kind of like, just enjoy it as a game instead, like kind of play it now and then. But like this Genesis week, honestly, like it's been so good so far. Like the updates, the development, like the Trove, kind of the way it works, we can all speculate and we can all look at different things, but when it comes out, it's like completely different. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how everything works and how everything goes, like moving forward on the game, like with everything, how it's getting developed and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of really positive stuff. I'm constantly building up Granada Hills as well. Plan to like get up my sparklet balance again, so I'm at 254 right now, but I have generated almost, what are we at, like 40,000 seeds or something crazy like that. So I do have a plan. There is method behind the madness, but I'm not going to say too much at the moment on this video. But yeah, like Granada Hills is going to be number one. Granada Hills is going to be the main focus. That's all I'll say. But yeah, there's big plans in Granada Hills. So jump on, grab the floor, grab as many properties as you can. There's so much kind of positivity going on. It's number 2 on the census as well. Just so many kind of like ideas and like development and like the community in the Discord. I will put a link in the description down below, so you can go jump onto that. But just like I've been building out like this one property, my home address, for like the last probably couple of days right now. I've got it into like a really good place. This has brought in like 100 visits today as well. So it's really cool to see. If you want a Trove hub as well, like you can go over to 16915 Blackhawk Street. Go give it some support. It's cost me like nearly 500,000 UPEX to develop this, with all like the Miracle Grow and also like kind of the seeds and everything like that. It's not cheap. It won't make money. This is not like kind of for profit. It's set at 50 UPEX, but it's like a really good place. I get loads of troves and like the tulips and the roses, and also like kind of over back here as well with all these trees. I put willows up, I put some boxwood up as well, got this one, and then 3 pine trees as well. So yeah, things are going really cool. Gonna develop this property out as well, and then I plan to basically just look over Granada Hills, see what's happening on other properties and stuff like that. Just take it as it comes with the game now. One thing I've learned in Upland, being like first is not best. It's always like best to like kind of follow and see where like the strategy, or like kind of what's working, what's not working. Because yeah, when you're putting a lot of money in or investing heavy into something, like you want to make sure other people have tested out the mechanics before you. So yeah, jump in second. That's one thing I would always say. But just buzzing at the moment. Like there's so much building, so much going on as well. So things are looking good. I've not actually seen the floor right now. I'll need to go check it over on UPX land, but yeah, lots of building, lots of different kind of structures going up. So you just see it starting to get developed. It's 30.1% built out now, so it's still got like room as well. That's a good thing about it. I don't want it to be fully built out. I wanted this to be like it wanted to be big enough that it's going to take like enough time for the development, like a 10-year process. Like Granada Hills is almost 4 years old nearly, which is really cool. So imagine another 6 years. This is going to be already like 100% built out, with the amount of sparklet and other stuff staked in Granada Hills right now. There's a lot of different kind of office buildings and that around the globe. So we're in France right now, so you can jump onto that. If you go over to, I'll actually go over to the Discord, because we've actually got Bazzer86 is doing such a good job with like the Spark train and all the other stuff. So it's just really cool to see like the whole community in Granada Hills like really pushing together. That's what I'm excited about, to see the actual future of the node and that. I just think it's cool. And to get into like top in LA as well, like LA's like the main kind of city in Upland. It's really really popping with everything going on. So if I actually go over to the Granada Hills Discord, the link is in the description down below, but on the Spark train over here, Bazza's running all this, different giveaways, different competitions and stuff like that. So if you want to jump on, stake your Spark, win some prizes, like jump onto that, give Bazzer86 a wee shout as well. He's doing such a good job in the Granada Hills Discord. So yeah, this was such a good decision and that. So shout out to brother. Thank you so much. It's been so cool. And a lot of people are getting a lot of builds up as well. So yeah, jump onto it. We've got the general, we've got the Granada Hills node, progress tracker, the promotions, and also residents as well. And then the main announcement channel as well. So yeah, it's cool. I had basically, I think it was like a couple of months ago, I had like kind of just had enough of everything. I was just done with this, like just done. So I deleted everything on Discord and other stuff. So basically just started like getting it back, everything but the Granada Hills Discord. I even deleted Upland, so I had to get like the Upland Discord back as well. I was in a well bad mood like that day. Ended up like obviously with work and stuff like that, and then I was on my break and yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, but like times are different now. I'm like more chilled. I don't know. It's just like the development and like where I'd put money into certain things makes more sense now. Like, I get that players want to play this for free, but like without people spending a serious amount of USD, the players wouldn't be able to play this game for free because it wouldn't exist. So like that's a bit like Upland needs to earn the money, which I'm happy with, like totally happy with. But it's time like the players started to like create the value to other players. I think that's coming. I think it's looking really cool as well. You know, if Upland can make a lot more revenue sources like with merch and other stuff, which I'm totally for. I think it's great. I'm going to buy some merch as well. I think like those ideas are so cool to see. You know, like a hoodie or a t-shirt, different stuff like mugs. We can have stuff in these videos, you know, we can take stuff to AdWorks and other stuff, you know. It's just really good promotion, you know, they're earning like revenue and also promoting their brand, their product. You know, if I'm at work and someone's got like a Upland mug, I'll be maybe interested to see what's Upland, you know. So that's like, there's so many different ways with the marketing and stuff like that, you know. Merch is really cool, so I think that's like a really smart move. Like, glad it's here eventually, and just so much other stuff like with the troves and everything. Right now, we have actually got a lot of troves. If we go over here, you can actually see the pickaxe. You can see all the different troves. So we've got 118 out of 186 and 170 recipes, and then you can see all the different troves we've got right now. So you get 1,000 a day, and then it resets basically. I can't remember the time, but every day you get like 1,000 hits. But if you hit the same property twice, like the same plant or the same node, it'll give you basically trove dust. So you've only really got what, like 813 real troves that day if you've got more trove dust. So just be careful how many you hit. But if you actually go over to the Upland map over here, and then if you go see, like, we'll go down here a little bit. We'll go back to this address. I just love this right now. I'm trying to plant more purple tulips, but it keeps disappearing. So I've just messaged X1 to see if I can get that sorted. Because I plan to, like, have tulips and, like, different kind of plants. Like, these are Rosa 7 all the way down here. And then I plan to do the same all the way down this side as well. And then this grass is going to go all the way over here. And then there's going to be more plants. Well, like, there's so many more plants and seeds to come out. So, like, avocados, lemon trees, like, loads of stuff. So, yeah, I plan to, like, plant loads and loads of life in Granada Hills. I'm working with Sir as well, like Cernus 4, so give him a shout out if you want to get some pet in, some visits, some what is it, not visits but like stem, and that's it's really cool. You know, I'm paying like kind of good upex and that, but it's well worth it for how much you're like. I've only got what, 15,000 stems, so it doesn't really make sense. 14,163. So I wasn't really into troves and all that kind of stuff, so I find it a lot better like kind of just using the upex and building up my yield that way. And then Sir wants to obviously earn upex, so it's a win-win for everyone. I think it's really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing where kind of life goes in that. But if you wanted to go over to it, you'd have to visit the property. So you just click on it, click the send button, and then once you go over, you'll be able to pet like the service structures and also the plants and stuff as well. So, and that's how you get the troves. This is just a test for the week. So once it comes out fully, there'll be loads of different kind of mechanics and more core details and stuff like that. So if you just hold the tree, it'll pop out and it'll give you a trove. But then if you just single click it, it'll bring you into this menu here, and then you've got a craft button, and then in here you can craft all the different stuff. So you can only find stuff here, sorry, but if I went over to the service structure, I've got a hot dog stand over here, and then I went into here and click craft. It'll show me everything I can make. So sauce bottle, and right now I need a quick thanks. I still need one of these, a sauce, no, something else. And then over here, I need one and one of these as well to get to 2 for the money bags. You can see all the different troves make different troves. So everything has an input and an output, which X1 was talking about. So this will be able to output troves, but then you'll also be able to use your troves to generate or craft more troves, which, yeah, I like the concept. You know, like at the start, it didn't make sense to release like petting while you didn't have like trove output or upex output or something like that, but I didn't realize this was going to be released as like a tester on Genesis weeks. Now it actually like feeding those plants for the last like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it's been well worth it, because this is just a really fun kind of good, like I've actually had fun just like planting, you know, and like kind of doing the day-to-day stuff. Like I'm able to like sell seeds, I'm able to like kind of do different stuff with like different mechanics, new ideas. It's fresh. It's just not like the same stuff, and it's actually like to do with property, like the life, the planting, stuff like that. It all ties together nicely. So yeah, I think it's really cool. I think there's a lot of possibilities where it can actually go in that as well. So I don't know. I don't know. I've got like a different kind of tune to it all now, I guess. But it really was. Last year was completely like from like last Genesis week and stuff like that. It wasn't looking promising for putting like $10,000 into it. Like, at the start, it was like I want it to be like really fun and mass on board, but you need a lot of money going into that. You need a lot of people like earning money as well. Soon as I make $1,000 on stream, I'll make a video where I've made like money, and I've made over like say 100%. Like right now, Granada Hills are, and like I can sell properties, a good like what 30 to 60%, like maybe even higher. So like once you get to a point where you're making more than the UPEX, and the UPEX actually, because like it's not 20%, it's 20% on like most of like stuff what's not built out and not valuable. But like you can get easily like 400, 500% UPEX, or you can get like near to 60% USD. So it just depends where you are in Upland and how you build. But then, of course, you're going to have to buy the properties a little bit more expensive now because the floor's gone up. But I do plan to put on more properties because I think I've got like 1,250 properties in Granada Hills. Yeah, there's a lot of properties there. So if the floor goes up too high, I will release more properties for new players. That's one thing. Granada Hills is never going to be like, players aren't going to ever be priced out at Granada Hills for at least the next year as well. Eventually, the train will leave the station. Eventually, like, there'll be no properties left. But if you want to jump on and really secure your future in Upland, like LA as well, jump onto Granada Hills. Jump onto the Discord, say hello, shout out, and let's just get building. Let's get all these plants down, and let's just like kind of see where we can actually take this as well. Ray Ram's crushing it with the Sparklet as well. He's got like what 1.2, 1.1, 1.2 million Sparklet. That's my plan to get up to like the million. I could pretty much get this up to like 400k by the end of the month. I got a wee tax rebate and also payday at the end of the month with a bonus. Yeah, like I can get this quite up. I do see Sparklet kind of going up over Genesis week, but then dropping back down again. I think this is a good opportunity. I sold at 0.023 roundabout, and now I'm obviously looking at buying back at a 0.0. Probably 1.5, 1.6 mark, that'll be really cool. But if it doesn't get to that, well, obviously I'll buy it a little bit higher. But I think this is going to be a really good opportunity over the next like 3 to 6 months to actually purchase up larger amounts of Sparklet and stuff like that. And if you don't want to use exchanges, this is the thing what's really good now. You can actually go over to Upland, and then in the store, you'll be able to purchase Sparklet, but if you purchase it now, you're going to pay a 35% tax, so I would advise about not buying Sparklet. But every season, they're going to have a flash sale, or they're going to have some sort of sale, because, yeah, like, Upland sales was around 45,000 UPEX, USD, sorry, every single week, and it was just consistent, sold out instantly nearly, like within an hour, probably like an hour and 20 minutes, everything was gone, except for obviously like your smaller packs, but it was just like every single week, they could have added more and more packs, which they did, but they could have gone even further. But then they put the tax on it to try and move it over to the exchange. If you go over to the exchange, we'll actually check it quickly. Coin market cap, because this actually tells you the overall kind of token, which I like because you can see how much is coming onto the market, how much is going off the market and stuff like that. So you can see here, you've got a little bush up here, but this was kind of like planned. You can see where it's dropped off. And yeah, I'm not going to go into too much with that because obviously there's a lot of people that know a lot more about this, but I did see a lot of kind of sell off with Sparklet. The way things are going right now, it was pretty much, I think it was overpriced for what it was. And if you can make more money in game, Sparklet will be worth more on like an exchange, because like before you sold a property, an apartment for like $40, once I can sell an apartment for around $40 again, that's the point where you'll be able to sell Sparklet for a higher price. And you need more players coming in, because before we could build like one apartment every 8 days, then now we can build 2 apartments every day 8 days, and now we can build 3 apartments every 8 days. You get the point. So there's so much more supply every single day with people buying Sparklet, and the more cheaper it gets, the more we can supply the market. But without that demand going up or matching it, there's only one way that price is going. Unless Abdullah needs like 1,000 apartments in Los Angeles, it's not happening. So that's a bit where I'm like, I see the price being really cool, but I see all the value in game. I'm not against Spark. I love Spark. Like Spark's the best thing Upland's kind of designed, but that's not Sparklet. Like Sparklet's completely different. Like just putting that Sparklet onto an exchange doesn't make it valuable. All that value's come from Spark. Spark's what the utility is. That's the only reason it's actually got value on the exchange. And I strongly believe behind that. I really do, but I'm not going to get into like the Sparklet kind of side of it. But I see a lot of value using Sparklet in game and different stuff in the future with assets, different stuff like that. And I believe I can make the money in game before I'll ever make the returns, that profit on an exchange. I really do. I see the Sparklet value being in game, and that's why I want to see a lot more kind of player base. And stuff like Troves is what brings that player base. I see a lot of kind of people jumping in. You know, that's the one thing with exchanges as well. Like your average gamer, your average player, like everyone at my work, they'll come in, they'll collect Troves, they'll build properties, they'll buy stuff, they'll really have a good time, but they're not going to go to like an external site and start trying to move stuff about in wallets. It doesn't make sense when you sign up with a simple email and a password. So that's everything I've like been trying to put across. And that's a bit where I really differ with everything with the Sparklet. I think the reason we're all here is because we avoided Sandbox and Decentraland because they're basically a fluctuating market, a cryptocurrency. And that was the reason I came to Upland. So I was totally away from that kind of economy, that type of player, it's not really for me. Whereas Upland was totally different, simple sign up, easy password, a good way to dabble in it without having to be like into it as such. And that's what made it fun. And that's what I see Troves doing. That's what I see Uphees doing. That's what I see everything doing now, even stems in game as well. So like you can see we're going back to where it's gonna be all kind of in a layer one and like user friendly. You know, you can get the flash sales for every single season. Upland's going to have a flash sale or such because they're going to want to make, obviously, that unlimited USD. Like, that's a business. They need to make money. Like, I would do the same. That's what I'm saying. That's why there will be another flash sale. And that's what I enjoy about the flash sales. Upland can earn the money, but I can get everything without having to... Because even though now I've moved stuff about in wallets, I don't like it. I lost 200... No, I didn't lose it, but it got stuck. My 290,000, like $5,000 I bought... What, like a month ago, 6 weeks ago, like Upland found it, which like thank you so much, but I sent it to the right wallet, and it just got stuck. And like after 3 days, you're like, shit, like, you know, what happens if it doesn't turn up? So that's a bit where I'm like, nah. So hopefully there's another flash sale, hopefully this week as well. It'll be cool if they have one during Genesis week so we can actually like pick up and buy more. Because I need to cash that check in at the bank tomorrow, so if I'm quick enough, it should kind of cash into the bank and we can pick up some more Sparklet and then build it up as well. More vehicles, more seeds, just like everything kind of going on right now. But yeah, Upland site, I'm loving this. If you go over to the nodes, you can actually track Granada Hills as well, so we'll go over here and you can see what's actually going on. I love watching this as well, and like the buildings, the construction. It's even got like kind of the... home addresses, it's got the map, bonds, like there's so much kind of cool stuff here. 775 service structures, you know, 535 properties under construction. We've got 4,239 buildings completed now as well, which is so cool to see. 76.5% active ownership in the last 30 days and 73.2% in the last... Oh no, that's occupancy rate. So yeah, that's cool. Where's the other one? 65%, 65.7% active in the last 7 days as well. I think this will update. Obviously now it's Genesis week, so that should go up a lot. And yeah, just under 2.3 million Sparklet and 30.1% built out as well. So once we can get this up, I plan to get up to 1 million Sparklet, so we'll be back up at like the 3 million mark. But we've got a lot of buildings in like Paris and other stuff like the offices. All the Sparklets now getting deployed around the globe to help with transport routes and other stuff. So yeah, this number will go back up to probably like the 4.5 again, which will be cool. Like, but there's a lot more kind of variables. So if you focus on just plants or focus on just vehicles or focus on just one thing, it doesn't make sense. Like, you're not going to grow that fast on the census. But if you focus on everything, and then like the next thing now is like kind of these trade routes, like fishing, uppies, all that. So if you start to like kind of grow on those, like those kind of links, you know, you're going to do a lot better on the census. I think it's just really cool, you know. So like kind of the office buildings are going to be a massive thing when they come out. So that's a big priority. I think a lot of people will like not look at that completely, and I think that's like a terrible mistake. I think looking at like the offices and looking at seeds and planting and life and everything what's going on will play a massive part into Upland, and I believe the top 3 on the census either will get like kind of a collection. But I don't know, like a collection's even anything anymore, because if anyone's got a collection, they just sell for a higher price anyway. Like I'll get a big collection. I got what for? I got 102,000 upticks a month for just over $1,000. I think like $1,030, $1,060 or something like that, which was pretty cool. So yeah, I plan to like grow that yield, and I plan to like buy up more Granada Hills as well. 102 residents, so this is really cool. And then yeah, we've pretty much got the Granada Hills METAVERSEMILLEN kind of Discord here as well. So it's just cool to see. Rayram's just got a massive plot over here. This is so cool. And then also like the seeds as well at 10520 Balboa Boulevard. You can get, I think it's like, what, 225 troves or whatever just on this one property. So, yeah, shout out to that. I'm pretty much going to leave the video here. I wanted to just jump on for Genesis Week. I think I'm going to be back tomorrow. I think we're going to go through kind of like the progress through the week. I'm really enjoying a lot of the content and stuff like that, but it's kind of getting like I want to get back more into the Upland kind of gameplay, like how you play the game, what the game's about, and just like the strategy behind Upland more than just like reading announcements and being a show. I think it's going to be so much fun to get back to like that OG kind of content what we used to do years ago. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to put a lot of effort in. Try really well. Work's calming down a little bit now, so I've got like more time to focus again. So yeah, this channel's going to grow up as well, so it's going to get massive. Click that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, share the video, let me know what you think, let me know what you want me to talk about tomorrow's video, and yeah, thank you so much for the support. METAVERSEMILLEN, peace.